They cut down my century-old oak trees while I was on vacation, so I made them pay more than their house was worth. It started with the most beautiful trees you've ever seen. 3 massive oaks, each over 100 years old, lined the border of my property. They weren't just trees, they were living monuments. The largest trunk was so wide it would take 4 people holding hands to circle it. When I bought my house 8 years ago, those oaks were the selling point. They gave perfect summer shade, brilliant fall colors, and were home to birds and squirrels. My property value was significantly higher because of them. My neighbor Sandra, however, hated them. She complained constantly. Too many leaves in her pool, branches near her roof, roots, she claimed, threatened her foundation. I offered to trim anything on her side at my expense. She refused. What she really wanted was the trees gone. When I left for a 2-week European vacation, Sandra saw her chance. I'll never forget returning home. Something looked wrong. The familiar shadows across my yard were gone. My heart sank as I saw nothing but 3 stumps and piles of wood chips where the oaks had stood for generations. My wife cried. Our flower beds were crushed, the fence damaged, and the ground torn up from heavy machinery. Sandra came out smiling. "Oh, you're back. I hope you don't mind, but those dangerous trees were hanging over my house. I had to remove them for safety." Her excuse was nonsense. The trees had been inspected regularly, healthy, and perfectly safe. What she didn't know was that I had a property survey from when I bought my home. 2 of the trees were entirely on my land. The third straddled the property line, meaning she needed my permission to cut it. She hadn't just been rude, she'd committed felony property destruction. Police said it was a civil matter and insurance wouldn't cover it, but then I discovered the beauty of tree law. In my state, illegally cutting down trees requires triple damages plus restoration. And because mature trees can't actually be replaced, damages are based on diminished property value, often enormous. I hired an arborist and an aggressive attorney. The arborist valued the trees at $137,000. Triple damages, $411,000. Add environmental impact fines, property repair, and legal fees, and the lawsuit totaled $534,000. Sandra tried everything, claiming it was a boundary mistake, then arguing the trees were dangerous. The arborist's report destroyed her case. She even offered me $20,000 to settle quietly. My lawyer told her, full amount or court, so we went to court. Big mistake for her. Evidence showed Sandra had planned this for months, collecting quotes from unlicensed tree services, scheduling the work while I was overseas, even bragging on social media about finally getting rid of those ugly trees. She documented her own malicious intent. The jury didn't hesitate. They awarded me the full $534,000 plus punitive damages. Sandra's house was worth about $380,000. She had to sell it immediately, but even that wasn't enough. Her cars, retirement savings, everything went toward paying her judgment. To make it worse, the tree service she hired was fined for operating without permits. The city also hit her with $15,000 in penalties and forced her to pay for environmental restoration. Meanwhile, I used the money to redesign my backyard. I planted mature oaks, added new landscaping, irrigation, and even a small pond. My property value increased more than ever. The new family who bought Sandra's house love trees. They planted dozens more and turned their yard into a wildlife haven. So tell me, would you have fought for the full consequences or just accepted the loss and moved on? Do like and subscribe.